Hi, good morning. Today we are going to discuss on the eccentrically loaded footing design, limit state design in the fifth unit, DRC elements. Let's recall. Last class we discussed on the types of footing, what is isolated footing, and how the designs are parameters considered and how designs. Today we are going to discuss on the eccentrically loaded footing. What is eccentrically footing? Design and cracks are shear and uplating. In this chapter, empathy part, eccentrically loaded footing, critical aspects designing foundations in the concentrated introducing the bearing bending moments and loading types of loads and various types of loads we are considered for this one. In this mind map we are left side and right side different parameters taken for the design and parameters considered for the design as per IS 456 and what are the parameters required for the IS 456 we are taken for the elements. For example, stresses, bending moment, loads, and stresses and shear, and we are taken the, because shear is the very important. In this shear, we already know that two-way shear and one-way shear we are considered, and the eccentrically calculation footing is the considered for the what is eccentrically and eccentrically we consider for the this left side we are considered for the e is the eccentricity. E is should follow the that formula m by z and e and define what is define the following factors we are considered for the define mm, flexural reinforcement, shear reinforcement, code compliance, and typical specification. These all are considered for the this one. In this defined part, we are flexural reinforcements and shear reinforcement very important for the IS code operations compliance. So we have to discuss on the as per IS 456 and SP16. The mind mapping show that what is bond length. We already discussed bond length. What is bond length and how the loads are calculated and shear moments, shear and how we are calculated and how the checks shear bending uplift forces. We know uplift is the downward forces contract with the upload pressure. If not contracted, then what will happen? Now, shear capacity variations are the uh, very footings are debit for the single or two-way shears and uplift forces capable of uplifting the forces contract with the downward pressure. The the shape bearing capacity based on the uplifting and downward forces is we know that already. So we have to check for the shear and bending uplift for defined chapter. These 3 points we have to consider for the uh, prototype model. So flexural resistance ensure the footing adequate flexural capacity to leading the eccentricity. Practical consider for the different types of tools. If we are doing industrial building or long building or heavy building, heavy high-rise buildings, it will take time to further design for manual. So we are using for the software and a summary of the eccentrically loaded footing designs. You see, it is a combined footing, non-uniform pressure, combined loads. The one column is higher load and another column is the lower column. So overlapping the footing, we have to design as the combined footing. The eccentric loading footings are comprehensive designs are showing that in the
The left side drawings is showing the clearly that one. Now we are discuss on the assessment. Uh, the load acts on the eccentrically footing is the b by 2 or b by 6. The answer is b by 6, and eccentrically footing generally causes c, and the following references I consider for the this one. Thank you. We will see the next chapter, slender column. Thank you.